Good morning. It is weekend number 3 with the Vanagon. We took the engine out, which is in the last video. Now we're gonna clean it up. And probably not today, but hopefully soon, get the engine back in. What you doing?
We are going to clean the injectors and change the fuel lines.
Okay.
We should go get some Ziploc bags and a Sharpie. Wow, look at that crack. There's a big crack in the exhaust. I don't know what we're going to do about that. We might have to see if we can get a new manifold. Sarah's over here cleaning.
After that, we focused our efforts elsewhere. We took all of the tins off of the Vanagon engine and I cleaned them for a very long time because they were filthy and disgusting. They look much better now. I will try to pop in a photo of them all cleaned up. We have not put them back on yet. We were really just focusing on cleaning the engine before putting it back. And anyway, we then refocused our efforts to work on our copper bus because we are getting the copper bus ready to go on a big road trip to national and state parks in southern Utah. And I'm really excited to share that with y'all because we are taking our love for Volkswagens and our love for beautiful natural places and combining them into one. Yay. Again, I'm just so excited about that. We are going to some really cool places. Again, southern Utah. This trip, we usually take a trip in April every year. We normally take our own cars or a rental, more modern, reliable vehicle on these trips. But this year we decided to take the bus. And it started out as a trip all the way up through Arizona, up through Utah, and into Wyoming to go to Grand Tetons National Park. I kind of realized that that was a little intense for the bus and maybe just for us in general. That also included going to Antelope Island, Salt Lake City, and a couple of Utah state parks, but most of the time would be dedicated to traveling to the Grand Tetons. So that one was kind of dismissed, maybe one day, but not right now. And the other trip that I had planned was to California, to Joshua Tree, Sequoia, Kings Canyon, Yosemite, and Pinnacles National Parks, which that would have been absolutely amazing. But we decided not to go with that one either. And we decided to go to southern Utah again, to go to places that we have never been before, revisit some national parks that we didn't get to spend a lot of time at. And another really strong reasoning that we decided to go to Utah is for a bus camp out and caravan through southern Utah. That just sounded so fun and it really aligns with what we're doing. So we cannot wait to do that and I cannot wait to share it with you all.
Getting the bus ready for a trip. It's going to be Sarah's first big bus trip. We've done a large handful. This is the first one in a while that's not a bus trip, specifically to a bus camp out. It's going to be a hell of a trip.
All right, so we just got the skid plate off. Now Alex is in there tightening stuff.
I need another 16 wrench.
Alrighty.
Wow, holy spankies.
Well, she's a bit dirty, but
I don't know what those two are. Why is there a black wire? So it was having a hard time starting. It would only start with the key in the off position because it's a weird bus. And there's a little tab here that broke off that energizes the starter solenoid to start your starter. So I remembered I had a gently used fancy starter for a dune buggy that I had in a dune buggy for a while. It's been sitting on the shelf for 4 years. So it's its time to shine. See how she does.
So we're not using the starter.
Well, we kind of have to use the starter because the other one's broken, and otherwise I'm soldering it back together, which I really don't want to do. But the bolts don't fit because of this casting connect. Like, how would you fit anything through that? You'd have to get a special bolt that's like ground here. It doesn't make any sense. So I need to clock it. I'm going to clock it one more this way. This way. This way. Can I go the other way? I guess I could go the other way. It goes into the bell housing like this. Does it? No, it's like this. So if I clock it up, that one doesn't work. I need to go this way, this way, this way. Thanks, everybody.
Here, you wanna? I'll just. There you go.
All right, we're working on the bus. Brand new starters in. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see this on the GoPro, but there are actually 4 wire strands connecting this positive terminal to the solenoid exciter. So that's gonna cause really high temperature in that because it's a high current. Well, you know, it's low current to engage the solenoid compared to the carrying current of the starter. But either way, that's real bad. So we're gonna get that fixed up. We got the starter mounted. High torque starter should be noticeable improvement. Waiting for David to get me some tools. So under here, under the bus, you know, I'm just gonna have a monologue now. Maybe not. Anyway, dropped the oil filter into the oil pan, made a huge splash, like we're in Free Willy, but Willy was an oil filter and Free was oil filter. Free Willy, nah, it doesn't really work. Anyway, we're going through torque checking a lot of stuff, making sure the exhaust is tight. I'm fixing some electrical connections. There's definitely some questionable stuff that's happened over the last 10 years, but we're getting her taken care of. Oh yeah. You can see this. I thought the clutch was starting to feel a little funky, and this is a little like claw, and there's a pin that attaches it to the clutch pedal. Focus on this. And I said, let's see if we're good or not. Minimal effort, and I broke the little cable. The clutch, normally you get this like metal cable frays out from its crimping, but we are just
She gone.
sheared right. You know, like I pried it a little and it snapped. So all the Volkswagen stores are closed, which means I'm gonna make a stop on Menudo? Is that how you say Monday in Spanish?
Not at all.
How?
Lunes. Oh.
Where all the wrenches go?
Clean. Oh, I took them.
And because it's just gonna be me and Alex on this trip, we took out the back seat to make more room for like ice chests and stuff. Who else has a St. Christopher lucky pendant something in their bus? This has been in here and not left for many years. I moved it and Alex said, you better put that back. Oh, he always rubs it. That's why it looks a little worn out. Go from a different...
Here's Mama taping the roof closed.
This is ugly.
You know, honestly, it's not bad for how old it is. Same with the headliner. That was funny.
If you were with us in the last video, you know that this bus, the 1976 automatic bus, had engine issues. Specifically, we were told that it had a rod knock. And actually, prior to this clip, we had pulled the engine out and discovered that the flex plate was loose. And this is where we also learned that a loose flex plate sounds a lot like a rod knock. So stick around and see if we get it to run.
She ain't got no gas in her.
Stinky.
Crank it.
As always, thank you so much for watching. We are approaching 100 subscribers. So if you have subscribed already, thank you so, so much. If you haven't, please subscribe, follow along with us. All right, we'll see you guys soon.